So before I start, I'd strung up an Eclipse already for the same kid. And when I looked at it, I thought, oh, I could move the knots around a little bit and get a Baggier pocket if I wanted to. And then when I went to go string this tutorial, I guess I just went with what I thought. And so I didn't actually string the pocket that I wanted to make a tutorial for, which is cool because now I'm gonna have two tutorials. One's gonna be this Baggier pocket, which I'm about to show now, and then there'll be a more channeled one. So maybe some of the stuff that I say in the video doesn't make sense anymore. I don't know, but I'd rather just get both of them out. So I'll unstring this and do it again. But just so you know, for watching this one, I think at some point I say that this is a channeled pocket. Well, this one isn't. So anyway, cool. Okay guys, so to do the sidewall, take our string, we're going to go through the next plastic hole. We are going to find the diamond that looks like it's below where we finished the top string. This is going to be the diamond that we're going to loop on. Right, just normal loop start, except for that we're bunching all of those diamonds. Do it 2 times just to make sure it's laying right. Do it 2 times just to really, so you can see it better now. There you go. Really iron, really make sure it doesn't move. Tighten, 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 always tightening. Good. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to do what's basically a 9 diamond anchor knot. And what I mean by that is, so the next row below where we looped is an 11 diamond one. We want to lock this diamond, which is the 9th diamond, or the 2nd, depending on your perspective, to the next hole. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go down through the 11th diamond, through the outside of the plastic of the next hole, right here. We're going to go back up. We're going to go back up through that 9th diamond, and now in this area that we left here, just like a normal anchor knot, we're just going to go down that. What I do is I like to do it kind of loose and then find knots so I can tighten it. Pull it tight. That's what it should look like. So on the next sidewall hole, we want to do the same thing. In this case, it's a 12 diamond row. We want to be locking the 10th diamond. So I'm going to go down through the 12th or the first diamond, depending on your perspective, in through the next plastic hole, up through the 2nd or 10th diamond, down through the loop that we left, pull it really tight so you can see it looks like that. Sometimes you just gotta fight to get it to sit right. What did I do wrong here? I know what I did wrong. See guys, like, it's really easy to screw this up because this is a really abnormal knot. You don't want to go through the outside of the 12th diamond. We want to keep that loop on the inside here. Should have done this the other way. Anyway, go down now. Tighten down. So it looks like that. 9 diamond anchor knot, 10 diamond anchor knot. Now in this one we're going to do an 11, next plastic hole, we're going to do an 11 diamond anchor knot. Since there's no knot in the outside, there's no diamond in the outside of it, we don't need to skip any, so just in through the plastic, up through the 11th diamond, find the area that we left, right, pull it tight down, tighten that down, make sure it's sitting right there on top of the plastic. Boom. So now that's kind of a weird funky start. The idea here, again, I learned this from mainly mesh, is that instead of pulling the diamonds down to create a channel, we're pulling them out, right? So from here we're gonna do a lot of SIs, and yeah, so just down the next diamond, in through the next plastic hole, back up through the diamond, tighten it down. So there is one, and we're gonna keep doing this pretty much the whole way. What I normally do is I try and get like halfway and switch sides, so you can see that's why I got to about halfway on the other side, just to keep everything even as I'm stringing. Do another SI. We're not skipping any holes, so any plastic holes, sidewall holes. So again, this is now the third SI that I've done. You can see we're getting a nice pull down on our diamonds here, looking really good. This is a pretty channeled pocket, it's not too baggy. If you wanted to make it baggy, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. You could start around here. This is the fourth SI that I've done. You could start around here, turning these into ones. I'll bag it out, make it a little bit of a higher, deeper pocket maybe. So anyway, now we are done our fourth, and we've done our fifth SI. This is where I would have switched. This is where, that's why it's even now. This is where I would have switched and done the other half. I'm just doing it this way so that I can go and show it to other guys. So might be a good idea to pause the video or rewind it to go through it again on the other side. I would suggest doing that. Your call though. Doesn't, I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but you can string one sidewall all the way. So now I'm on my sixth SI. Just really paying attention to make sure that I keep all attention to the tension. Right? I don't want loose knots. I don't want loose interlocks. So that's my sixth one. This is pretty boring, I realize, but I think it's a nice pocket. Well, you string it and tell me. This is especially where you could start transitioning to ones if you wanted it to be a little bit baggier. Sometimes it's good to just pound it out and see how you're doing. Kind of see how it's forming here. And SI number 8. So the idea here really is, guys, that I'm trying to spread the diamonds out fairly evenly so I don't create a catch point. And with that, the catch point, it's really, you know, it already takes a long time to get the ball out of a goalie stick because of how deep it is, the release I mean. So creating a catch point just often creates just like a lot of whip. Like when you pick up a goalie stick and it just like throws straight in the ground, a lot of times because it has a big catch point, which is up here, right? This is what I want smooth. So by spreading the diamonds out evenly, that is what I'm getting. So now I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna do a 10th SI. And like I've said, this should just be like, this can just be a guideline for you guys. If you did a lot of ones, it would make a different pocket, but it would probably work too. Pulling it to see, just to make sure my SIs sit right, really making it tight. And now magic of editing. So we did our start, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 SIs in a row. We are going to do an 11th SI. Good. And we're going to go down. It's the last diamond. In the last sidewall hole. In the last sidewall hole. Again, without going through the diamond. So it's like a 1, but just with a little extra loop at the end to keep the string tight. Should look like that. And we're just going to tie our overhand and second overhand. So there we go. We've got, it's not going to look like this once it's like pounded out. It's going to get more up here, but you can sort of see it now. And so this is the Baggier version, a little bit of a higher pocket. Yep, we'll get into throat, string, bottom string, whatever, and shooters. That's going to be the same for both of these setups, or it'll be similar anyway, so I'll just do a video about that, or I'll edit it in, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, cool.